He goes, this is my cleaner. And she goes, ha ha ha. What do you mean? Eat dinner with me. I've got Domino's. You know, my favourite is American Hot. I keep the jalapenos on because I like the residual heat. I'm going to fuck them off because I don't want them in my mouth. I just want their heat. And then I add sweet corn and extra pepperoni. Oh, and I've also got half mac and cheese. Sean has stolen half a mac.
Hey, whoa, below
Bastard,
half.
absolute bastard.
Less than half.
Let's have a mouthful of this and then we're going to talk. You go first. Love you so much. Let's go, girl. Good girls. Good boys. Shh. Good days. Good days. That mac is fucking good. Let's talk Louis Theroux. Let's talk Manosphere. Oh, me and Sean watched it yesterday. It was so interesting. Not only interesting, but absolutely fucking terrifying, to be honest. What is, I think, the scariest thing is that these guys, I don't even think, mean half of the things they say, but it's really good clickbait. And they're getting the shock factor out of people. They're getting the controversial clips. Hang on. Shh. You go first. Love you so much. You go. And their whole aim is to make money. That's it. They're not trying to change the lives of young boys. They're not trying to empower men. 100%. They have no morality goal trying to improve people's lives. Absolutely fucking not. That is a cover for scamming people to get them to pay for services that they don't need, whether that be life help, like life coaching, whether that be like HS Tiki Tokies. What a fucking ridiculous name, by the way. HS Tiki Tokies, what is it? His trading thing. Hang on, one second. Like that, Myron Gaines, who I fucking can't. And with all that money, you prick, get your hair done. It's disgusting. Him, for example, him making statements like, men are the dictator in the relationship. Men dictate when that dick goes into that pussy. Something along those lines. Like, dictate when they have sex. If they don't want to have sex, you have sex with them anyway. Basically, in saying that, say that it's absolutely fine to rape your wife, rape your girlfriend, what have you, whatever. When he was confronted by Louis about saying, so what do you think about this clip here where you say, like, you should dictate when the woman receives dick? He was like, yeah, that's not what I mean. If, she doesn't fancy it, she's on her period, if she's not in the mood for whatever reason, then obviously don't do that. But that is not what you've said. So it's all well and good for you to make clickbaity fucking statements like that because you know it's going to get your podcast views, because you know it's going to get you clout. But there is young males watching these podcasts actually thinking that you are advocating for the rape of women, for the rape of your girlfriend. You get to have sex with her whenever you want, whether she wants to or not. And it is fucking so dangerous because these men don't even mean what they're saying. They are literally just saying it for clout and for money. But a 14-year-old boy, a 13-year-old boy, 12-year-old boy that are watching these podcasts, they don't know the difference between you saying shit for clout and for fucking money and saying shit that you don't mean. Do you know what I mean? Oh, God. It's just fucking... Right, okay. Hang on, let me have a little bit more of this because now we're going to get a bit controversial. Right, so the other problem that we have is we cannot be empowering women for women's sake. We cannot be... No, that's the wrong word. We cannot be supporting women just because they're women. So, for example, those girls that go onto Myron Gaines' podcast, Fresh and Fit, and sit there and get belittled and talk about, I want a 6'4" man, he's got to earn 300 grand a year, he's got to be this, he's got to be that. When they're surrounding themselves by only one kind of woman, because not all women are like that. A lot of women want love for love. They find intelligence, sense of humour, morality, emotional intelligence, like family orientated, all those things. They find that important in a partner, not whether he's 5'5" and earns bank, and you don't have to work because you're with him. It's the majority of women that feel like I do, where I don't think that reeling off those things is not love. That is, okay, materialistic. It's fucking materialistic. It's shallow. It is shallow to think that you want to only date a 6'5" man. What do you want a 6'5" man for when you're 4'10"? Like, do you know what I mean? Like, I understand, like, the primal urge to want to be protected and what have you, but the kind of girls that are on My One Gaze on the Fresh and Fit podcast and allow themselves to get belittled and allow themselves to get fucking degraded aren't doing us any fucking favours. And it just supports the way those kind of guys think. Like that HS Tiki-Toki guy, thinking that women should be cleaning and cooking for him and blah, blah. Again, I don't think he even believes half of what he's saying. I think he's just saying it because he knows it's going to get views. But that girl sitting there and Louis walks in and he goes, "This is my cleaner." And she goes, "Ha, ha, ha, ha. What do you mean? Ha, 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 ha. What do you mean? Where is your self-respect, woman? What the fuck? Why are you? And the reason why is because money. Again, it's the same thing. She doesn't actually agree with that. She is getting money and clout for hanging around with him. And because these kinds of men associate with only these kinds of girls, their ideals of what women want and what women should be treated like is reinforced because they're only around that type of woman who will put up with that kind of shit because of the money. Will say they only, like he asked her, "What's your favourite thing about me?" "Your money." So it's just reinforcing that that's what women are about. And that, like, half of these guys say that women are born with their value because they've got a pussy and because they've got beauty or whatever, and men have to create their value. Their way of creating their value is by getting their money up. That's it. That is it. Not improve as a person. You don't have to be emotionally intelligent, humorous, none of those things. As long as you're rich, that's a man's value. And a woman's value is only beauty, which is such a small faction of people. Like, you're forgetting about the women that aren't just beautiful. Do you know what I mean? They're funny, intelligent, independent, driven, hardworking, all of those things. And as a man, you also need to be nice to be around. You need to be nice to be around. That you can't just be think, "Oh, I'm rich, that's my value." Like, there's so much more value in a human person than your fucking pockets. But they surround themselves by women who only care about pockets. So it just reinforces that they're right. That I know what women want. They want money. Because you're only around those kinds of women. You're not around your fucking normal woman. Oh. And do you know what? I came out of that documentary, I'm more angry at the women involved than I am at the men. I fucking expect it from them. I fucking expected no better from them anyway. We all know that it's for clout and it's for money. That's the bottom line. But the girls that are buying into it and fucking justifying in these pricks' minds that as long as I got money, I can treat her how I fucking want. Because you will be treated how they want to treat you as long as you don't have to pay anything, as long as all your bills are paid for and you can do what you fucking want with your day. Oh my God! Where's your self-respect? Okay. Thank you for my TED Talk. Thank you ever so much for joining me for a quick bite to eat, yes? Do you have an ever so lovely evening? Love to you and yours. Love you, bye.